Okay. Cool. Okay. Lots of armors. Armor, armor, armor. Striker's better if possible. Oh, it's the Fate Seal one. I do remember this. Um, so obviously Omega Sentinel is better because she's immune to the Fate Seal. Okay, let's play a bit. Oh, and then boss. I remember this one. He just literally shoots straight to special 3 when you use any specials. Okay, so first up, Tex. I can throw a striker on Lady Deathstrike and then this gets better. That's actually a good idea. But yeah, we can do that. We can use Zane. We can use Sam. Let's go do that real quick. Vision is probably what we're going to throw on her. It's funny how this is the heal block relic and almost none of it works for her. But that happens when these things come out later. Okay. 1, 2, 3. I think that's probably good. And then for anti-venom, who do we want? Yeah, Elsa sounds quite good. Kate won't gain power, so we're not going to do that. Valkyrie sounds kind of interesting to get around polka dot power. Obviously, Black Panther's probably pretty good. Yeah, I got a few different options, but let's go ahead and throw in Valk for now, and I'll probably swap in T'Challa. Hey, Magnus, how's it going? No unblockable for you. Isn't that gorgeous how the striker throws the extra buffs on you so you actually ramp faster? Do gotta watch out for power play though. So hopefully get him to throw this. Perfect. That was incredible. I certainly hope so, Magnus. I know a fix went out for it. According to the testing of the person who fixed it, who I trust, like they would have looked into it pretty extensively. But according to them, it was only ever granting the proper amount of crit rate, funnily enough. I know a lot of people thought that it was much more. It's just that it was giving you the crit rate you'd get at for a maxed out 6-star relic at all rarities. And so that's what has been fixed. So, like, if anybody out there is sitting on a maxed out 6-star relic, congratulations, nothing changed. But for the rest of us, we basically were shown the ceiling. Hey, Bean. Hey, Zeno. Yeah, she was incredible for that fight. That was very fun. That's a pretty good synergy with him. Crit rating doesn't go up as the level of the slot still. I believe the thing there, Magnus, is that it does, but if you look at the slot, it says up to. And so what you're seeing is the maximum, like, for that rarity. I think it does go up for the slot. That's just, I don't know, maybe harder to focus, or harder to surface. I didn't fully catch all of that, not gonna lie. Hey, Lee. Welcome. That was too aggro there. Back off, back off. This is where it would be nice if she actually were a robot, you know? Excuse me. But this is kind of an interesting demonstration of her, in my opinion, because We're actually, like, she's built to play aggro, but that's not what we're doing here. We can back off. It's more not blocking and less always forward. Oh, you know what? That was dumb. I did that right before power play. If I had just waited one more combo, we would have been fine. One of the complaints I saw about her is that it's very difficult to not parry the opponent immediately following her special 3, and that is what you just saw there. Something we're going to be keeping our eyes on. Haley, images. Ah, I remember this. Sim specifically called this out in his feedback as an annoying placement on a tech lane. And I do agree. Given the ask is for armors, you probably shouldn't be using Ghost, in which case this is basically Silver Centurion or bust, and that's not enough. I didn't want to run into the Fate Seal, and so I did kind of lose the locked on there. Not ideal, but that's okay. We'll come back from that. Yeah, no. Yeah, I do think that Shocker's worth investing in, especially if you like him. Like, he's not going to be for everyone, but I think he's very powerful. Ouch. Jerk. Dang it, we lost the locked on again. And that time it was just because of missed parries, not because of activating it at a poor time, which was the problem. Annoying. There we go. Yeah, Reed is annoying here. Come on, buddy, throw. Huh, we should have gotten more passives there. Because Fate Seal removed 3 armor ups, and that's his trigger. Oh, I didn't realize I'd forgotten to throw a special one. Okay, well then that's useless. That's not very nice, you know. Sam is quite good. It's that the Reed on this lane is just slowing him down in like every possible way. Sam is badly underrated. I also guarantee you most of the people saying I wish they buffed his damage a bit would not use him if his damage was buffed a bit. And so it feels like a kind of pointless criticism to me. I do think there's room in his kit for a little bit of damage, but I think most people evaluating him are just completely sleeping on the on just how good the utility is, and so they would only ever be happy with more damage than he actually could have. I'm not saying that for you, because it does sound like you're being relatively fair overall. I don't like the not it comment, but just speaking to a lot of the discourse on him, it annoys me. Yeah, Reed has physical resistance, which in hindsight I shouldn't have used him. I should have just dealt with, or I should have played around it with Zane. Reed also reduces the damage of specials, which is Sam's cash out. And I had to play my rotation differently because of the node. There were just a whole bunch of things going on there that were not awesome. With the changes to BG scoring. Yeah, that's another thing. I do think my rank 4 Sam probably does make my deck at least a little bit next season. Maybe not for the unstoppable meta, but like I've already won fights against Bishop and Havoc with him when people don't think that I have a real counter. He's a lot better than people realize. Do I feel like Lady Deathstrike is being slept on? Yes. Okay, now I've done that twice. Oh yeah, I forgot about this thing. Okay, I gotta stop doing that. Why do I do that? Whatever. Here we go. Yeah, that just isn't accurate images. Shocker's impact on defense was kind of a byproduct. He was built as an attacker. And I think you can catch that if you pay a little bit more attention to fighting Shocker. Most of what's annoying you are the animations, not the abilities. That's usually a good clue. I don't know, Mr. Pickle, how important are 5 stars to you? I don't have any background for that. He's a very good character, so if 5 stars matter to you, sure. Hey, Joey. Oh, that's weird. Apparently her evade ready icon is a passive that can fail due to ability accuracy, but her evade still worked. Very weird. He's just hidden by the striker icon. That's very possible. 7-star Elsa's so bad. Hey, Wolf. Mystic Spidey with Shocker. I'm assuming that's basically just spam heavies and you're not really bothering much with specials. Is that correct, Rye? Or is that like, is 2 special ones enough charges that just heavies works? Okay. Skill bleeders. This sounds fun. Cool. So it's going to be Black Panther, Jabari. Probably all I need. Let's take a look at the boss. Parry 4 lights, 1 L1 into L2. Interesting. Okay, cool. I just wasn't sure if, yeah, if you needed the specials there. I can bring Black Cat. Yeah. She doesn't have super frequent bleeds and challenge. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that just because a rank 3 against 7 stars is going to have a huge problem landing bleeds that rely on crits. Yeah, that's a bummer. Interesting. I do like the idea. Mechanically, Black Cat makes a ton of sense. Just I don't know. If I like took 5 minutes out of the stream to go rank her with the stuff I have, or to log into my work computer and give myself a rank 5, maybe, but I don't think that's a good use of our time here, sadly. Can give her a go and we can see how it works, because I'm not going to use Nick, and therefore we're kind of running out of good options anyway. I'll bring Ronan as well, and then I'm probably going to swap in Masacre when we get to the boss. Oh, I'm just going to swap in Toad for the boss. Who am I kidding? Yeah, no, the low health pool makes total sense, right? Hey, Carl. When in doubt, we use Gate. Not on a bleed lane, we don't, but I do like it. I guess you could just go all Caltrops with Kate here. It'd be pretty funny using that to get the bleeds. Okay, you know what? I gotta try that once. Uh, I do love Ronan, but he's gonna be so. You know what? No, leave Ronan. Drop Blade because he's gonna be so predictably great that it's not really worth showing off. Here's my mole man. Unduped at rank 3 at the bottom where he belongs. Nah, there's nothing wrong with Mole Man. I've just never really come to enjoy him. I'm so proud of her. Hey, Omega. Kate definitely joined Claire as my Swiss Army knife when in doubt. It's cool to hear. Like, I knew her cold snap was powerful, right? And I intentionally tried to make all of the arrows helpful. But as I've said before, she was built a little bit more to be fun and for everything to flow together than for explicit utility targets outside the cold snap anyway. Um, and so it's been really interesting seeing people use her in more places. Her caltrops should interact with any bleed node that is looking for bleed effects or says bleed in general. It will not trigger anything specifically looking for debuffs. Yeah, pretty much that. And so, like, it also is not a damaging debuff, so it's not going to work for polka dot power. I mean, it's not a debuff, right? But if you're if there's a node that's looking for a damaging effect, it won't trigger that. But it'll work for a lot of them for sure. All right, let's try Black Cat. Hey, BK. I forgot about that interaction. I feel very dumb. Okay, why has the slow not been applying on some of our bleeds? Oh, is it because Black Cat is turning it off? I thought it had the node specifically to stop that. Oh, it's only buff ability accuracy. Okay, that goes into the feedback, because that defensive ability accuracy should not be turning this off. Hold on. What is this? 8.3.4. It just needs to have extra ability accuracy on the bleeds specific, or on the slows specifically. Yeah, no, it was 100% because of her ability accuracy reduction. Which means that Black Panther isn't going to be great either, but that's a real bummer because a lot of the most interesting slow bleed characters also have ability accuracy reduction. And so we definitely want to fix that before this goes live. The thing is that you can't use the node that just turns off ability accuracy reduction entirely because then the evade will happen, right? But what you can do is make it so that the slow itself can't have its ability accuracy reduced. Yeah, because that's a bummer. That should be amazing. It isn't. Yeah, I'll make a note of that on Monday. Because you don't want this lane to only be like Nick and Kate if people think of the Caltrops thing. Have we had the Kate discussion yet? We have. Have I used Kate for a domino at all? Got caught without a counter Battlegrounds. Won the round, but it's funny because she can fail your perfect release. It causes her slow-mo to speed up to real time. That... I'll have to look at that. I don't think the time dilation should be subject to ability accuracy. I mean, yeah, domino causes a whole bunch of problems, but is what it is. Didn't even catch. Didn't even catch that I was evading there. Wanted to get the precision refreshed fully. I mean, the thing about Domino is that it's not undiscovered bugs. It's that Domino has so many weird issues with herself that new abilities create new bugs. That hurt. No! Okay. Yeah, I can still report issues here. 1 second. Because the special one evade was 100% me. That right there, I know I dexed, and it just didn't take. Looks like we just got Kate the whole time. And I'm still gonna try Jabari, but yeah, it is quickly getting there. Ouch. Surfer is awfully good at throwing that special one in the right spot. Alright. Never been more glad I gave her this arrow. I accidentally tapped the screen. That's fine. Right, I need him to dash. There we go. Oops. Okay, I keep forgetting. This is the one problem that the Caltrops arrow has, as I've said before. Um, if you're really on top of your rotation with her, then it can actually be difficult for it to trigger because the opponent is just doing nothing but getting hit. And throwing specials. That's okay. I explicitly did not want it to happen on specials because then that's a power sting and that's science. And that wasn't the point. The point was arena control. Hey, Ryu, how's it going, man? No! Alright, now we gotta go all the way back around. That's on me. At least not missing the perfect releases means this one will last longer. It happened again. Too many icons. Alright, let him dash. He is not slowed. There we go. That poison hurt. On my villain arc. It happens, man. Nice, Ernest. Where do I look on the screen? A lot of different places. Jerk through it immediately. Okay, now he's slowed. The first one is slow. It is what it is. Or is short. That's what I meant. Holy crap, I didn't realize he could get up that quickly. It's probably because we knocked him back further. Yeah, can't do the run-in if you do the full knockback. That's okay. Because that's a bug and it's being fixed next build, Joy. Thank you for dashing this time. Come on, get that slow back up. I need you to dash. Thank you. Beautiful. Kate with a slow arrow when? I intentionally did not give her slow because that's Hawkeye's thing. They both counter evade, but she gets miss, he gets unstoppable. We're specifically looking for damaging debuffs, so I actually can't use Kate. Time to swap her out. Does her SIG increase cold snap duration? Her SIG, no. Her base kit increases the duration of any trick arrows per dialed in passive. I'm not trying to be rude. Have you read her SIG? Because I don't think it mentions duration. Hey, Snoops. Okay, there's our true accuracy. Whoa! Bad time to miss a parry. Attaboy, Toad. Well, why were you hoping it, like, I'm sorry, dude, but, like, next time, read the SIG before asking about it? Like, there's no point in hoping that the SIG increases the duration. You can read the SIG and look for the word duration. It's not an opinion that she wants you to knock the opponent down at the wall. It's an explicit goal of her kit. I'm having trouble following you, Jupiter. Joy, how does her SIG work exactly if you get a perfect release? Is the SIG increasing the potency of that arrow or the next one? That arrow. That that was something I paid a lot of attention to. So the first tranquilize, given perfect release, is functionally 75%. Should add Misty to the 7-star pool so she can get some appreciation. I think that'd be interesting, yeah. I wonder if it's possible that she needs a tune-up, but the people I know with ranked Misties are pretty happy with her. It's more that just her SIG isn't there yet, right? Alright, we want mutants with prowess. Then we got cleanses. So first one, yeah. A lot of these will be easy enough with Toad. I'm going to try and not use him for everything. I do remember Sim complaining about MODOK. We can try and use Danny as well. Thing being unsigged is nice because it means no protection. Stunning Reflection definitely makes sense here. So Toad could work, but we're probably going to want to use somebody more like I-Bomb or Massacre. Sure, Tigra works extremely well here. I could see Scorpion with the slow synergy doing really good work. And that one is with Toad, right? So that's probably good. Yes. Okay, so we'll swap in Scorpion. We want Kate. I'll bring Kate for the thing and see how it goes. We can always swap in Scorpion at the end there. So let's go ahead and bring Danny. I think I want to try the 7-star for this one. Ooh, Sauron. I wanna get more used to him. Yeah. I think we actually want to bring House of X specifically for the MODOK. Any insight about Sandman? Got him as a 6-star. Seems like a specialized counter to heal, evade unstoppable with nice immunities. A little bit. I mean, but that's the thing is that like those are healing in particular has become a bigger threat in Mystic lately. I'm part of the reason for that, not gonna lie. But I don't know. I think play around with Sandman and see how he feels if you can figure out how to make his rotation work for shorter fights. But I think the biggest use for him is basically what you said. He has 3 powerful immunities and he can destroy a lot of dangerous Mystic defenders in places where other science characters can't go. Like Hazard Shift Doom, Hazard Shift Absorbing Man, Sandman. Sandman is very, very good for that. Mantis is always Toad. Oh no, 2 encroaching sleeps. Whatever shall I do? He's so good. Fighting Mirage really fun, but kind of annoying if I'm being honest. Having to get to 10 combo per phase leads to overshooting bars of power before I'm ready sometimes. Yeah, no, that definitely can happen. You get a feel for her as you play her more, as basically you just have to let go of the idea of throwing perfect specials with 5 arrows and 5 prowess. Or more accurately, you sacrifice throwing perfect special ones to get perfect special twos. And I think it works out fine if you do that. But yeah, there's definitely a bit of a trade-off there. Not if you have prowess snoops. That's why Toad is so good. God darn it. Really bad time to go unblockable. Very annoying. Especially since I wanted the frickin' slow. There we go. Whoops, that's on me. I missed that he'd gone over a bar there. But see, this is what I mean. Sacrifice special ones for perfect special twos. Getting locked into blocks so much. There we go. The names, Joy, I think are more Marvel's call than ours. If you want to direct your anger somewhere. Oh my god, I can't freaking believe how poorly I'm playing this. Or how poorly that input didn't happen. 1 second. was thinking about a question in chat. Let me get my head screwed on properly. I'll come back to that in a second, Zeno. Yeah, Spider-Gwen is what? Ghost Spider? Or is it something else? I'm not the biggest comics book person. Elsa, if you would stop heavying. It's very impolite. Oh, yeah, within the context of her own early stuff, Spider-Woman. Yeah. Okay, so a couple things. Backing up to Zeno. How far we are into story, in my opinion, has nothing to do with how difficult it should be. Because the thing, like, it sounds like what you're implying is that the further we go into story, the more relatively difficult it should be, right? That, like, relative to what people have available and how skilled players are, being later in the story means it should be harder. But put another way, if it is relatively harder, it is aimed at fewer people, right? If story gets harder and harder relative to what's available, then that means fewer and fewer people progress through the story. And at some point, you kind of have to ask, why is that the story content then? Why is that the main permanent content we expect everyone to go through if we're not targeting it at everyone? I do think that it is tuned pretty well for, like, what we're trying to do for story content, which is basically fun for endgame players and a challenge for a bit less than that, and then aspirational for people below that. I think it's about right. I understand that there are a lot of people who miss old school Act 6, but as someone who did it pre nerf and then did some more of it after the first nerf and then has seen some of it after both nerfs on his mini, like, it's just, I think there's a lot of nostalgia going on there. I don't actually think that it was good content. I think a few of the fights were interesting. A couple of the choices in the layouts were interesting. I don't think that Act 6 was actually what we wanted. And I think that if we had kept releasing Act 6 kind of difficulty, we just would have churned people out of story content. Because the game wasn't for them. In my opinion, story content is where it needs to be. And what story content once was, with that, like, holy crap, this is hard stuff, that's for endgame content. That's for your Eternity of Pains. That's for your limited release challenges. We haven't had a celebrity challenge in a while, but like Gauntlet counts as that. That's for your Everest stuff. I just think that they're two separate things. Like there's the main path that you expect everyone to do, which is story content, and then there's off the beaten path, which is your end game content that people can choose to do. And I think the former should be accessible to everyone, and the latter should be harder. No, Snoop's not that. That is literally the red and yellow suit, black hair Spider Woman. That's like main universe Spider Man. That's not a technicality. That's literally Jessica Drew or Spider Woman. That's literally Jessica Drew. That's an entirely different person. But yeah, I am with you on the spirit of the second part, which is like I don't think there's anything wrong calling her Spider Gwen. I enjoyed Act 6 by the time I. Oh my god, dog, don't whine. Sorry. I enjoyed Act 6 by the time that I actually completed it because I waited for my roster to catch up. And my suspicion, Joy, is that that was probably somewhat like how you were. At its release, for anyone other than the largest whales, Act 6 sucked. There were so many fights where there was. I'm sorry, hold on. I'm gonna have to go yell at my dog. All right, I'm back. There were so many fights where there was like one counter in the entire game at the time. And if you didn't have them, then it was like, all right, well, I hope you want to revive through this 5 or 6 times. I don't think it was actually good content. I think that the good parts of it, the interesting fights, were almost accidents just because it was so hard. It was like it's not as extreme as it being the saying of, a broken clock is right twice a day, but I think it was a little bit that. Act 6 was a scatter shot of difficulty, and some of the fights were really fun, especially if you had the answers. Some of the paths were interesting to plan, especially if you had the answers, and some of it was dumb. And I think not acknowledging the third category is just textbook nostalgia. Like that one, what was it? The frickin' I think it was like a Gwen pool that had a bunch of extra block penetration. I forget the exact nodes, but I remember playing it completely contactless with Warlock. That one stunk. There were just a few fights and minis throughout there that were not interesting. There was some good stuff, but I would rather story content be more like Act 7 and allow me to enjoy it, which I do, and then save the truly difficult stuff for off the main path, like Eternity of Pain, where it is the entire purpose of that content, and so more effort is put into making sure every fight makes sense. Didn't Act 7 get postponed and completely revamped because people were so happy with the beta? Yeah, I think that's what I remember. Mysterio was very silly. That's not really a realistic comparison, Joy. Like, oh yeah, no, Act 6 wasn't that hard. Okay, who'd you use for it? Well, I did the entire thing with Ghost, Quake, Archangel. Like, that's not what we should be tuning content around, my friend. Yeah, this isn't great. Probably gonna need to go up to the special 3 at some point. I'm still learning Sauron. Claire Bear here isn't making it easier. Yeah, it's... There are a few choices in Sauron that are definitely starting to feel more weird to me as I play them. Trying to get a handle on them before critiquing them, because there is a lot going on. Yeah, it's not great. Hmm. A large part of this is just that he does his damage after specials, not during specials. And so the special connoisseur node is really hurting him. Whoops. Because otherwise, like, this degen would be doing an insane amount of damage. But it's still kind of pathetic just how little his specials do. Okay, Claire, that was very rude. Another champion with animations I really despise. Oh wow, crits. That was almost okay. What in the hitbox? Okay. Oh, it was disappointing. Ammo for the eventual pitch. Yeah, I did not have Magneto, or Quake for Act 6. And there were definitely some fights I had to actually play that some other people didn't. I do hear you on that, Matt. The quest identity having the globals was pretty cool. Or like having the class identities. That was neat. I'm not sure it was worth how incredibly long a lot of those quests were. I remember, like, yeah, it's memorable, but I also remember it being memorable that I had to do the same thing way more times in Act 5 than I felt I should have had to. Like, oh, cool. I get to use, like, okay, I'm playing around Power Snack. And instead of playing around Power Snack for 6 fights, which is what a modern path would be, which is arguably, like, I can understand why some people think that that's too little. But instead of playing around Power Snack for 6 fights, it was, all right, I'm playing around Power Snack for like 40, and I'm doing 20 of them twice because of the way the old paths were laid out. Like, there were elements of the old design that were kind of cool. But again, I think that people are too nostalgic. I'll grant you the Sinister fight with Ghost being fun, Joy. We're just not going to balance around Ghost. Stonewalling Act 6 at the time was a very good idea. Slowed down progression for players that shouldn't be able to do it at that point. But that is built on the assumption that story content was where the absolute premier rewards needed to be. Stonewalling Act 6 to slow down progression is only a thing because we were confusing the pinnacle of rewards with the main path. We were trying to attach rewards to this content that felt exclusive and chase worthy, and that we only wanted the very best people to have. And we were putting it on content that we then told everybody they should be able to do. So, like, I get your point, Images, but I think that that argument is itself premised on some things we used to do that were mistakes. Yeah, I agree, Easy. The 5-star gates were awful. The 6-star gates were annoying. The 5-star gates, once you had 6 stars, were so annoying. Right, Snoops? Sauron is spooky. Like, if that special 2 catches you, you're gone. I don't hate Claire. I hate fighting Claire. Her animations are extremely rude. Everything is very quick and dodgy and... Ugh. That's my boy. I never used the special too, but that was fun. The 6.3 boosts. And see, I actually think that that was a very cool design idea. It was just a little bit too much for something that size. I'm curious how you think about, or what you think about my take on that, Matt. Is that like, I do think that the boost system going over here to unlock that path was interesting. I just think that the sheer size of 6.3 made it overwhelming, and I think that was the main problem. But I'm open to thoughts there. One of my favorite quests was the one where you could do the entire quest as a single path. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. And like that's definitely come up. The thing is that like that's one where I think nostalgia comes up a little bit too, because if you think back on it as someone who understands the quest, it's like, yeah, oh, that's so cool. You get this choice. You can do the whole thing at once or you can do pieces of it. But if you're coming up through the game and you run into that, especially with the tools we have with our quest boards and our almost complete inability to differentiate between paths and the fact that even direction is very limited in showing like where paths go and that kind of thing, like it's kind of too cute by half if you're a new player trying to figure out the frick you're supposed to be doing on this path and how to not mess it up so you don't have to come back and do it one extra time on top of whatever you were intending to do. Like that's the problem, right? Is it possible for a champ to but I do agree that like the trade-off was neat. It's just I'm not sure that it made sense, especially then with the tech we had. Is it possible for a champ to have more than 8 outgoing synergies? I think it might technically be possible, but I think it starts doing weird things. I mean, we can definitely program it. That part's easy, but it starts doing weird things to the UI, and I'm pretty sure we have a rule asking us not to do that for that reason. Also, like, no champion needs 8 outgoing synergies. The game is complex enough. You can trim it down a little bit. I'm sorry to hear that, Joy. I get you. I have a very high Sig Mysterio that was my Thronebreaker rank up, and I now have a duped 7-star Mysterio. Killmonger was one of my first Sig 200 6 stars, and I now have a 7-star Killmonger. Like it happens. Yeah, I'm just gonna flat out use House of X. He should be good for this. I just noticed Kate's triceps. I don't think that I have noticed Kate's triceps. Now you have me curious. Right, cleanse. Gotta play around that. Okay. no crits. Oh, you jerk. The one time his auto block works, I'll fight. It is on me, though. I should have made sure it was on cooldown first. Ah, dang it. That's fine. I shouldn't have thrown it. That was gambling on several levels. There we go. Whoops. Ah. These cleanses seem to be gaining ability accuracy as we go. Very annoying. Oh, you know who this is for. Yeah, I want that too, Magnus. I don't think that's true, Images. I think one of the community's favorite lines is that Kabam is giving up and not planning anything further and just abandoning the game. And like it's obviously I wasn't here at Act 6 when Act 6 came out. Most of the people I work with closely weren't here when Act 6 came out, so I don't know for sure. I don't think there was ever a point where we just gave up and were like, this is it. Yeah, I get you, Joy. Rank 5 Bishop is cool. Champion Spotlight UI in general needs an overhaul. I agree. It's come up. Noticed Kate's triceps. You're not wrong. It's the first time I've bothered looking there as well. Girl does not skip the arm extensions and the push-ups. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh no, wait. This does not work. I remember this already. Somebody is trying to get me killed. Kate does not work for stunning reflection. So I have to play this thing stun immune. Oh, that's gonna hurt. Yep. Told you. All right. Not today, Satan. Gate works for everything. If I had the tranquilize up, yeah, you could probably get around that. You're not wrong. I would want two though, which means what I should have done actually then is get the cold snap up, then do the special 2 arrow with the tranquilize, and then focused on getting the rock stacks under control with the caltrops. Lesson learned if anybody wants to try that. Okay, when an attacker, blah blah blah, blah 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 blah. Okay. Okay. So power burn or drain with strikers. So we're mostly looking at techs. Probably want an armor breaker for Emma. Cool. Oh, again, should look at the boss. What do you got, Wong? Does Titania work for you? That was the thing that caused problems for Titania. Probably just use She-Hulk. Yeah. Maybe She-Hulk with the spot pre-fight. That could be fun. Okay. Power burn or drain. You're the obvious choice. A lot of y'all do not have particularly frequent ones. You have the power burn pre-fight. We can try that. How do you work again? Is it specifically a power drain, or does it... And drain. Okay, we're bringing him. We'll figure it out from there. And go ahead and throw She-Hulk in, and we will swap in Spot. Yeah, but then Guardian loses... I don't like using Guardian for power drain. Interesting to see Wong was annoying, immediately followed by I thought Wong was a bit generic. I did think about Cassie, yeah. Did this path with Viv. I unfortunately do not have Viv. I could grant her to this account if I logged onto my work computer, but that's a lot of work for what would probably just end up making me sad. Hey, Highline, how's it going? Nice, Snoops. Freaking Black Cat. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. No, the Tranquilize definitely has a very high ceiling, but I feel fine about it. Maximum of 75% off of power start, and you have to work for it beyond that. Because it's holidays. That's fair. Sitting on 2 rank 5 materials, cannot make up my mind for weeks. Good things I'm not in the top alliance. Nah, most of us are going full Braveheart and just saying hold, hold, hold for July 4th. Us being the top alliances I'm familiar with. Thanks, Omega. I appreciate that. I need to think about how to phrase this hypothetical so that you don't get either very sad or very excited, Dot. If Silk were coming soon and existed on the dev servers, she still would not be enabled either on the CCP beta or the live server. We versioned those things out. And so even if she were in the pipeline, no, I could not do that. Okay, but I do need to throw relics on these to make sure that we can capture the stuff. So quick exit, relics go on Iron Man and Guillotine. Hulkbuster. So many ifs. Yeah, I'm trying to be careful. Not that one for that one. Let's do this. Very funny, Omega. No, I personally updated my beta account. I just don't own Viv. Okay, that was pretty fun. Thanks, Doc. Me too. All right, let me do a quick refresher because I haven't played him in a while. Special one inflicts shocks. Fresh incinerates, but not shocks, so we go special 2 first. It's been a while. Okay, special 2, special 1. Let's go. Dang it. Whoa. Oh, come on. I should probably just be going for the shocks because that'll give me the ruptures, but now I'm almost out of my freaking weapon. There we go. Took a bit of setup, but the payoff is nice. And I think a lot of that was my own unfamiliarity. Gotten all the resources to take run. Yeah, I know you've mentioned that. Hope that works out pretty soon. Light combo ender is also a repulsor attack. Yeah, because that would have been more power drains. Good call. Thank you. I didn't bring somebody who can't glance. So this is going to be annoying. Yeah. Did my pre-fight not work? Is that only above 100? I can't remember. It's been a while since I've used her. Oh, that's not going to take her over a bar. It is only above 100. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Gilly's not bad as far as having access to easy power drain on specials, which actually specifically made her good for Storm because some of the other champions I brought would have had some trouble. But not ideal for this lane because of that. Gallon and Starkey. Nice, man. Those are good pulls. Why do you say is, Joy? Like, I understand that there was the one sale where if you maxed it out, you got Weapon X. There was another sale where if you maxed it out, you got Jessica Jones. I don't think you should. I don't think you should expect every single sale to follow any given pattern, given that there's only been a loose one across two. That was gorgeous. We had really bad crit luck there for a minute. Kind of spooked me. This is gonna sting a little bit. Holy crud, that's gonna sting a lot of it. Oh my god, we're just dead. I didn't think that the ruptures were that strong. What the frick? Okay. Would have thrown a special. Wild. Rip my rank 4 infamous Iron Man. Jesus. Oops. Beautiful. Whew. I'm not in charge of 7-star release, but no, I would not release Aegon as a 7-star. Not for a while. Whatever the next piece of Everest content is, the last thing it needs is a 7-star Aegon, making it less interesting. People are going to be using the 6-star anyway. Ouch. Slow-moving projectiles. I was literally thinking like it was the special one. That's on me. I liked the way that fight was going, so I'm going to revive him, though. I think he is the right one for that. I do definitely expect both of my children to have a place in the next piece of Everest content. I don't disagree with you there. Oh, I need to intercept her. Whoops, that's not happening. Okay, well. Okay, let's focus on the intercept this time. Get the armor break back up. Don't want her to go immune. Wonderful. Okay, that was how that goes. Who do I think would be the best dual purpose rank out of Sam, Penny, Omega Sentinel, Warlock? It's a tough one. It might still be Penny, but I can make an argument for any of the four. Yeah, Ascension's coming. As I've said before, Ascension is something that we have every intention of doing correctly, and therefore we're not rushing it. And also, after people blew up about us saying we were going to update the BG store without an explicit date attached, the last thing we're going to do is talk about it more until we have explicit dates. So I guess thank the forums for that one. But yes, it's coming. I've explained to you why that doesn't do anything, Viraj. At some point, I choose to believe you're just being annoying. No, Joy. Anything that isn't public is not going to be coming from me. Come on. You're a jerk, Wong. Whoa! I'll say again, what in the hitbox? Was not expecting that. Excuse me? No, that one was on me. Yeah, that was also on me. I had the spacing and I just waited. Okay. I understand, Joy, but the answer is pretty much almost always no, because I'm not a member of the community team. And so, like, I don't have any authority to talk about anything that is not on the forums already. Dang it. Gotta be more disciplined about keeping the buff immunity up and not dexing. Oh. It's only good for one fight. Whoops. Alright, I may have to... This is just not gonna go well. I need to watch this back. Was I not blocking? Because I have points in stand your ground, and I had 4 spots. That should be enough. Sure as heck looked like I was blocking. Anach, I've known Dreamin' a long time and I consider us friends, but that kind of question does not seem like one designed to be constructive. The small pause he does after his medium makes me think that the parry stuck sometimes when it didn't. It's unfortunate. Yeah, I understand that. Easy. She's worth a gem, in my opinion. See, right there. Alright, well now we're just gonna die to the shock on the first special. Is what it is. Just sick of this fight. Should have brought other alternatives. I forgot that the spot pre-fight only works once, which is probably how all pre-fights should be, and Magneto is cheating, but it is what it is. didn't say we were going to change it, Dot, but it is overpowered. Works on too many people, lasts forever. It is too much. What was the reason for there being 2 metas down from 4 in BGs? Yeah, number of reasons. One thing, 4 metas a month is a lot to design. That's just a lot of creativity for minimal payoff. The number of people who are in the Glad circuit that first week or even that second week just doesn't justify 2 metas. And then there are a lot of people who get up in the third or fourth week and feel like they don't have enough time to adjust. So it's both design work. It's less for us to put out every month. And it's also supposed to let people actually adjust to the metas and get more used to them, potentially even rank for them. Because the victory track is long enough, people do rank for it. But the Glad Circuit metas never are. So we're seeing how it feels with 2 weeks. It is literally just against Emma, Joy. Just don't use She-Hulk against Emma. It is better, like, everywhere else. Be very careful with that, Joy. Story content and BGs being halved makes it sound like you think that we need half as much work, and therefore half of the time is freed up. That is not how work or design works out. Like, that's half of the paths in story content is not half of the work. Even looking just at the paths, like, if you ignore the fact that it's the same number of bosses, you still have to run you still have to run and organize playtests. You still have to have the nodes built. There's still back and forth with other people, and like, I can't go into everything, but it is not half the work. It is some extra time, yeah. But the other thing to keep in mind is that the person who's primarily responsible for the BG's metas, I think, was already kind of working overtime, and bringing someone from working over what their capacity should have been to their capacity is not actually freeing up time to do something else. It's just making sure you don't burn out a good worker, and, like, hopefully their work is that much more consistent, you know? So it could just as easily be like fewer bugs or oversights in the metas as it is anything else. It should definitely make things better. Like, that's one of the reasons we're doing it. I just want to want to temper expectations. That's the word. Dude, my level ups apparently have a rank 2 rogue. No recollection. That's funny. Can see that from... yeah, I'll take a duped one. Yeah, 95% of the time definitely feels accurate. There are places where it does hurt you. Yeah, but very, very few. She is easily worth duping and taking to very high sig. Am I going to be at the meetup? I am, yeah. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call the stream here. This has been long enough, and it's probably time for me to think about lunch. Words are coming a little bit more slowly to me. I think colors are a little bit less vibrant, so I think that means it's time to eat. But thank you all for hanging out. It was a good one, and I will definitely be back this weekend. Catch y'all soon.